What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? I don't know how this video gonna go because listen, girl, it was a stress trying to get this all together. Cause listen, I was at work and I had already started on the notes and all that earlier this week, and I called myself probably like an hour before we was supposed to leave because I had to switch computers. And I had everything saved on my computer downstairs, and I thought I had emailed the right thing to myself. Girl, couldn't find out I emailed last week notes to myself. So I'm upstairs in the workroom trying to recreate the stuff, whatever. Then I'm trying to email it to myself and it's just not going through. I said, oh my goodness. Girl, we leave work at 6 o'clock. It is 5:58 and I am trying to figure out where did this document just go. Thank goodness it saved somewhere on the desktop or whatever and I was able to find it and print it out. But, girl, y'all cut up this week. Y'all have cut up this week so far, and it is only Wednesday night, okay? It is only Wednesday night. We had some interesting things. We had some new development. We had some case closed thing that happened this week so far. And, unfortunately with all of that, we had some deaths that happened, you know what I'm saying? Some people left us, and, it's very much unfortunate, those type of news, but we got to give it to you all. Well, for me, I've been good. Hopefully, you guys have been having a better week than a lot of other people have. Let's just get into it, okay? Let's just get into it because I really don't want to be on here all day, but you know how I do. First thing first. This whole situation with the Tory Lanez things, I don't even want to go too deep into it because people gonna feel how they feel, and at the end of the day, I just want y'all to know, regardless of if you support it or if you don't, or if you're mad or if you're not, your feelings is not going to change what happened. Your feeling is not going to change the outcome. And your feelings is not going to change the fact that this person did what they did, okay? And the fact of the matter is, regardless of what you may feel about Megan Thee Stallion, what you may feel about Tory Lanez, okay? Tory Lanez brought all of this on himself. And you want to know why? And this is what we keep saying. Because, you can say, well, I feel as though she did this. And I was looking at a fellow YouTuber's, video. And, it kind of annoyed me when they just threw in last minute that, Megan is, known as a drunk or something like that. And I'm like, even if that's let's say, for instance, that's what it was, what that got to do with her getting shot? You know what I'm saying? She didn't put the gun in the man's hand. And, that's that. I was like, that just really wasn't necessary because at the end of the day, we've all been drunk. We've all had drunken nights. We've all done some silly things, but we ain't never picked up a gun and shot nobody because of it. We didn't get into arguments drunks because, listen, I have, okay? But I ain't picked up a weapon and hurt nobody. Okay, I'm just saying, and I'm pretty sure many of y'all, well, hopefully all of y'all haven't done the same thing either, right? All right. But at the end of the day, Tory Lanez is going to jail for 10 years. 9 out of 10, he is not going to be serving that whole 14 years. I would be very surprised if he do. I will give him probably a good 3 to 5 years that he's going to actually serve. Okay, and here's the thing that I want people to understand. Because as I said at the beginning, regardless of how you feel about both parties, it's not going to affect or change what the outcome is. The outcome is the man is in jail. The outcome is the man was facing 22 years, so be glad that he got 10, okay? The outcome is a result of the fact that he was found guilty on 3 charges. And one of those charges was the fact that he was in illegal possession of a gun, a firearm, given that he was a felon. So that's where he's getting a lot of this stuff from, okay? It's not just from shooting Megan, all right? It's not just from whatever other charge it was. It's also for the fact that he had an illegal gun and the fact that he wasn't supposed to be in possession of this firearm, given that he's a felon already. You know what I'm saying? he violated. Okay, so therefore he's getting charged and he's getting sentenced. And so whether or not they would have found him guilty or not guilty for the shooting of Megan, he still would have been in jail. He still would have got a couple of years or so because of the possession of the firearm. All right, that's that. And I think he got probably what, 6 years for that or 4 years for that. Either way, he got a bulk of it for that. Okay, so like this whole, oh, he shouldn't get 10 years and all this stuff, woo woo woo, he just shot the foot and all this stuff, and you know, comparing this crime to that crime. Y'all dumb. It's not just one charge that he's being charged with. He's being charged with 3 things, okay? And there's a sentence for all 3 of them. And you better be glad that he didn't get the maximum for all 3 of those charges, okay? Because he surely would have been in jail for 20 plus years. And I know you don't want that. You know, all you newfound Tory Lanez. Let me tell you something. All these people, all of a sudden, Tory Lanez fans, and I ain't never heard this much talk about this man prior to this whole incident. I ain't never seen his stuff on the Billboard chart for people to be talking so much about how, oh, he shouldn't do this, or, you know, F this bitch and all this stuff or whatever. But y'all ain't got none of his songs charting on the freaking Billboard. I ain't seen none of his songs throughout this whole time. I ain't seen a song chart on the Billboard chart in the top 10, top 5 or nothing for all these newfound Tory Lanez fans. And just say, I just really want you to say that either you don't like black women or you don't like women, period, okay? And that goes for women as well. You're very much misogynistic in your thinking as well, and you're a pick me and you're a loser as well, because what if somebody, for you to sit here and say, oh, he don't deserve that, he don't deserve that, or he didn't do that or whatever, but at the end of the day, if you was in that situation and you would have got shot by somebody, you want us to be saying that, you know, let him go free, or don't give him nothing, or don't do this or do nothing? Yeah, you will be screaming the same thing. Lock his ass up, do all this and whatever. So that's why I ain't paying it no mind. I ain't getting upset about it. I'm going to just let y'all run off in the comments, because there's some of y'all that still watch me, that still, oh, she did this and she did. Oh, shut the hell up, because if she did, she would be in jail too. And at the end of the day, I want y'all to understand this as well. It is not Megan Thee Stallion's fault that that man got charged with something, because she never pressed charges. Let me repeat that. She never pressed charges. If you want to be mad at somebody for getting that person locked up, be mad at him, because as it came out in court, which I didn't even know this until the sentence came out, oh, he admitted, and his lawyers admitted that, yeah, he was feeding stuff to academics, you know. So yes, that admits that he was feeding stuff to the blogs to, you know, make Megan look bad. All right. And all he had to do was shut the mouth up. She was never going to say anything. She never said anything in a sense that she was like, I'm finna take you to court, or I'm finna call the police on you, or all of this stuff. No, it was the state that went on ahead and filed those charges. She didn't. It was the state of California, the state versus Tory Lanez. It wasn't Tory Lanez versus Megan Thee Stallion. It was Tory Lanez versus state, okay? That's just what it was, you know? And she did say her piece, and she let it go. That man taunted her. That man said things in his records, said things on his social media, sent things to the blogs, had bloggers saying things about her, to try to paint the victim in a negative spot, to turn public opinion against her, which it has succeeded. And at the end of the day, it still didn't work, because you're still in jail for 10 years now. It's nothing to gloat about. It's just the facts. And all he had to do was to be quiet. Y'all get in a situation like this and the person ain't said nothing and did nothing or whatever, y'all shut the hell up. Just hush. I just don't understand. It's just like with the Tasha K and Cardi B situation. You lost, but yet you are still talking mess, and you still doing this and still doing that. Baby, if I lost a lawsuit like that, I shut my mouth up so bad, and you would never hear me mention a peep, okay? And I'm just like, you know, it is what it is, okay? And people, oh, 10 years is too much and all this stuff. 10 years ain't shit compared to what he could have got. You got people like Remy Ma, who went to jail for 8 years or whatever for shooting her friend in the stomach over a stack of money. or allegedly shooting her son, friend in the stomach, Remy Ma ate that. Yeah, she ain't want to do it, but you ain't hear about her complaining about, no, we shouldn't have did this, I don't deserve this, whatever. She did what she had to do when she got the hell up out of there. That's what it is, and that's exactly what he gonna have to do. First, you talking about to the judge, first you say you didn't do it, then you try to put your defense to make it so that Kelsey did it, which I do feel like she's still involved, and that bitch needs to get some consequences too. And then you say recently at the sentencing, well, if I did do it, which I don't know, if I did, I was drunk, I got childhood trauma. I said, so wait a minute, you admitting that you did it, right? Listen, it's just so stupid. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Tory Lanez is going to jail. Hopefully Megan Thee Stallion can find some way to get some peace. And I don't feel like this is going to truly affect her the way people are trying to make it seem as though it is. If you are a good artist, if you are true to yourself, you can get up out of this. People talk about, so, well, she ain't going to be able to work with this person. How do you know she want to work with these people? Because at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to work with nobody in the industry at this point. I would do a featureless. Everybody don't have to put features on their albums, okay? And as long as she got... Let me shut up, because no, bitch, as long as she got Rock Nations on her side, she'll be all right, okay? Because I was thinking about Tory Lanez daddy literally said, you know what, sir, I'm apologize for my outburst, my son, he grew up without his mother, he lost his mother at 12. Girl, ain't nobody care about that. Y'all showed y'all asses, okay? Y'all played a part in the reason why your son got to the place where he's at now. So you want to blame somebody, blame the parents and blame him, okay? That's just what it is. And I just want y'all to take this as a lesson to be careful around the people that you claim is your so-called friends, okay? Make sure that you are on your P's and Q's, because you just can't really trust nobody these days. Don't be acting out in front of people, and don't just be around people that you feel like is on your side. Just be, oh, you could slip on them things and they ain't gonna bend like that? Huh. I might give me some. I love me a good slip-on. Bitch, I am in that age. I love a good slip-on, girl. Freak all them shoelaces and stuff. Let me put my foot, slide it right on in. There it is. There it is. But anyway, yeah, just be careful of the people that you bring into your circle. Okay? Really, that's all that it is, okay? I know it's still gonna be some mess that's gonna be happening. People still gonna be up in an uproar, but at the end of the day, I don't understand why it's not affecting your life neither way nor how. I just don't get how it's affecting your life. But because the damn sure ain't affecting mine. But you want to know what's affecting my life and what should be affecting yours too? The rumble in Alabama, baby. The fade on the river, baby. Rolling down the river banks of the Alabama Montgomery. Girl. Truly and honestly, I could just get on here and do a whole video about this thing. But I just didn't want to, okay? I want to fill it out. But, girl, and I'm so glad I did not just hop on and be like, did y'all see this? Did y'all see this? Because stuff keeps coming out. Stuff keeps coming out. Stuff keeps coming out. Baby, August 5th. Picture it. I'm chilling. Was I at work? What day was August 5th? Was that a Monday or was that a Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. It was a Monday. It was a Monday. Now, I'm not sure if this actually happened on Monday or if it happened a couple of days over the weekend or whatever. Either way, this is at first, I was thinking maybe I didn't want to initially just jump and say, oh, this is some racist stuff, whatever. You be making it to a black versus white thing. Like, I feel as though them white people probably would have did the same thing if it was a regular person or whatever, but we probably wouldn't have been all up in arms. But then I had to stop and think, and I said, Ashley, stop being stupid. Okay, you know exactly what this is. They did that to that black man because he was a black man, and they thought that they had this little superiority over them. Okay, that entitlement, that white privilege, and all of that stuff that was coming through. And yesterday I said, you know what? After all that stuff happened, you can't tell me them white folks went back to their place and they was calling them all type of N-words. You can't tell me that. And then as soon as I tweeted that yesterday, today in the press conference, the police or whoever they was talking to came out and said a employee or whatever was saying how they was calling them N-words and all that stuff and F that N-word and all that. I said, oh, bitch, did not say. You couldn't tell me no difference. I said, as looking as red as they was when they was on the dock and ain't even nothing happened, I said, first of all, y'all needed y'all ass whooped for being sunburned. Y'all don't know what sunscreen is at y'all big ages, okay? At y'all big ages, your turkey neck looking motherfucker. I said, oh my goodness. I was looking at that video, them videos, because it was so many videos that was coming out at so many different angles, girl. I was like, I shouldn't be this gleeful. And thank goodness I didn't go to work that day. I was off on Monday. So I'm sitting up in the crib, you know, doing my business. And then I just so happened to get sent all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Girl, I'm rewinding. Did that really happen? Like, what the fuck? Oh no. Was it the 5th? Bitch, what day was that? That was the weekend, right? Today's the night. I'm getting my days mixed up. But y'all know exactly what happened. I'm just looking at the stuff. Girl, yeah, it was getting days mixed up. The 5th was Saturday. Oh, so I was right. It did happen on the weekend. Baby, we just got it on Sunday. That's why. So I was at work when all this happened. Damn. See, my day's been messed up, but girl, it don't matter. I saw the video. You saw the videos. And it's like ever since then, so many different angles have been coming out. And if you have been under a rock and you don't know what we are talking about, the fade in the lake, okay, rolling on that riverboat, all right, I said, baby. Social media has been on fire because of this one particular incident. You had down in Montgomery, Alabama. Now, if you know anything about Alabama, baby, at least you know Selma, the March on Selma, racism and all of that stuff, Jim Crow, all of that. So I just flashed back to all of that, okay? I said, look, this is what our ancestors had to go through, right? And this is how they stood up, and we stood up and made them proud because we was whooping ass down there. Y'all was whooping ass. You know what? And this whole thing for the week, it's been, I don't condone violence. I'm against violence. And it's always that. And then it's that. But I'm going to take exception to this. But this is what needed to happen. But you can't just be doing this and all this stuff and not thinking that this going to happen. Exactly. Okay? Like, let's be honest. Some of us like a little violence here and there. I'm not saying I am. But you will sit and watch a fight video in a minute, just like you watch this one. So you can't say that you completely against violence. We just know that you got to contain it. You can't just go around whooping everybody's ass all the damn time because you feel like it. Sometimes it's justified, okay? And in this case, it was justified because you literally had a black man who was out there doing his job. He was a dock worker. He was trying to tell these white folks that was on this little pontoon boat that you have to move your boat because you are in the space where this river boat, the company that he's working with, you know, he's directing all of this stuff. They're waiting to dock. This is what they do all the time. And you take it upon yourself to get mad, to start saying racial slurs, cursing him out, and then pushing him and punching him. It's just one man. All because he told y'all to move your boat. And I'm pretty sure he didn't cuss y'all out. He wasn't rude with it. He was doing his job. They said that riverboat was waiting over 45 minutes to try to dock to get those people off. The SSS Harriet, that's what we gonna call her, okay? Because it was a bunch of niggas on there. Girl, I said, I know that's right. Shout out to Mama who was doing the commentary, okay? Because when that boy jumped up out that, oh, I said, baby, when they finally showed the video of him jumping off that boat, I said, come on, see, listen, this is what it is. Let this be a lesson to y'all after y'all seen that video of that 16-year-old boy jump off that boat soon as they saw that man getting manhandled by them thugs, okay? Them thugs was doing all of that stuff. Dude threw that hat up. That was the signal, bitch. Everybody came. Come on, niggas. Activate. Boo. I said, you know what? I ain't never seen no shit like that where you throw the hat up And then everybody just come rushing. I was so proud. Because, you know, sometimes we get in this day and age where you got people that will see some stuff like that go down and to do what? Just pull out their phone and nobody else to do anything and just allow the stuff to happen. Oh, they pulled out their phone for the evidence, but they also took charge and they helped out too, okay? Because they said, no, we're not about to let this go down. That boy jumped into that water off that damn boat, the SS Harriet. It was like Harriet Tubman herself said, jump, help him, protect. And that's what he did. That's exactly what he did. He swam. He said, oh, bitch, this ain't finna happen. He pulled himself about that water, and then he threw them shoes off, and then he got to working because it was a different angle. I seen his little fro, and he was just dink, dink, dink. I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We shouldn't be this joyful. We really shouldn't, but we are. Some of us who ain't no, you know, turn the other cheek. Oh, we should do this with love, Marlon Wayans. Girl, get up out of here. But you got all of that happening. And I would have been scared anyway, seeing all them people around. And see, that just goes and show how entitled people are. That just goes to show how much I feel like I'm better than you, that I can just put my hands on you no matter what condition I am, my mental state or whatever, whether I'm drunk or coherent. I don't care nothing about that. Baby, they knew exactly what they were doing, and they got handled. They got handled. Okay, they was getting tossed in that river. And I said, throw them under, okay? One dude, did y'all see one dude after everybody was getting their asses whooped from the white people's side that was on that little pontoon boat? One dude just said, fuck this shit, and jumped in the water himself. And then his girl or whoever the freak it was, she had to come over there and pull him out. Girl, I said, both y'all need to just jump in there if y'all don't want to get hit. Okay, that's just what it was. Listen, I ain't never seen nothing like this. I've never seen unity come together like this. Like, when black people want to come together, we will come together for a good cause. And this was a good cause. And no, we not trying to make this a white versus black thing, but we can't help but make it that. And we're not looking for a race war. We're not looking for none of that mess or whatever. It's just a simple fact that you got this one black person, and let's just take the color out of it. You got this one person getting jumped for doing his job by some entitled drunk motherfuckers? Are you serious? And then what made me so mad also is you see these men going at it, and the women want to jump in as well. So that you can scream and say that somebody hit you. He hit me. He hit me. Well, bitch, you shouldn't been up in there, okay? That's on you. That is on you. And I'm so glad that most of the men, from what I saw, they did not touch the women. The women that was working there, they came down on the dock and was putting in extra work as well. I said, do that thing. I mean, y'all ain't really, we ain't really have to do much. They didn't really have to do much because none of them really had hands. They just popped their ass on the floor and they just kept ding, 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 ding. I said, you'll learn next time. You will learn next time, okay? Then that one, baby, the gloriousness of when the chair came out. I said, first of all, where the hell was the chair from? I didn't even see the chair on the dock. Maybe I wasn't looking. Maybe somebody threw it out the window from the riverboat. But that chair reappeared just like Captain America's shield, okay? I said, that's what you got to do. The chair came out like Wolverine's claws. I said, oh, shit. Oh, shit, what's about to happen? Because, and it wasn't even the same man that was hitting on the man. Girl, so listen. It was a man, I think he had on a blue and white striped shirt, right? Black man. And so he got into it with the dude with the gray shirt on and the pink shorts, I think. And I think dude was just a bystander who was just trying to figure out what was going on. Because it was a couple of them that was trying to break it up. But then they just got inadvertently, listen, at this point, ain't no breaking it up. Because if you down there, you get hit, you get hit. And that's just what happened, right? And so because I think he got hit, that's when the dude with the thing, the brown thing in the back, And the white guy, older white guy, whatever, come through. And so dude in the black and or the blue and white striped shirt, he just came through. I said, now listen, don't throw the first punch and then get your ass whooped, okay? That's exactly what white boy did. He did all of that to throw the punch, to get worked, okay? Not just by one person, but multiple. Because it went from him getting worked by old boy in the striped shirt to him getting almost pushed down into the water between the riverboat and the dock, okay? To the dude in the black shirt coming out of nowhere with the chair. Baby, I said, wait a minute, so you got your ass beat by him, and then a chair? Wow. Wow. Let me just say, that chair came out and said, whack, whack, whack. I said, pay that chair. Pay the chair, okay? Give it a nice shine job, buff it up, do all that you got to do, because the chair was the MVP of the whole situation. And then when that white lady, did y'all notice, okay, Miss Lady in Red, after old boy got through getting work with that chair, old boy came through and whacked her on top of her head with that chair. Whacked her on top of her head with that chair. Mind you, she was over there already getting beat up by the girls. She was getting worked by the girls already, because I don't even know if she tried to do something. I think she either tried to break it up or she was trying to hit. And the other girls came through and said, no, we're not going to do this. And they whacked her ass, because at one point she was already on the floor. And so when the chair came through, she was already sitting on the floor, y'all. And he hit her on top of her head with that chair. And she was like this. Her whole body went like this. I said, God damn. She got whiplash. You can't tell me she ain't got vertigo now. Baby, she got all other isms, okay? Because I know that she had to go get an MRI. You can't tell me no difference. Mama was sitting there like this afterwards, and they were still. I said, God damn. So you got your ass worked. Then you get hit in the head on top of your head with a chair. And then you get punched more times in your same head. Baby, I know her shit was swollen, baby. You can't tell me that bitch didn't wake up the next morning looking like Martin on that episode when he got to that fight and came out looking with all them damn lumps. Girl, you can't tell me she wasn't swollen. Girl, all I know, they got all the Voltron gel, all the arthritis gel, all of the Big Gay, all of the Epsom salt, all of the green alcohol. Baby, they probably even got some homemade remedy that they soaking their bodies in. You can't tell me till today they body still sore as hell, and they probably need to get stitched up, because I know once that adrenaline ran down, baby, they woke up and they probably couldn't even get the fuck up out of wherever it is that they were staying at. I just know that they looking for four with them. And the only person on the black people side that's getting in trouble is Mr. Chairman. And I don't know who he is, because I didn't see nothing. They said, sir, if you can turn yourself in, we want to talk to you. We don't know him, and we didn't see nothing. I may have just said some things, but that's what I thought. That was what I fantasized about. You know what I'm saying? It was like a little story thing that I came up with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who he is. I never saw anything. That's what I was thinking that probably would have happened. Like he would have took a chair and just whacked that bitch across his head, her head or whatever. And I know people kind of mad that, slightly feel bad that the lady got hit inadvertently, because I mean, technically speaking, she didn't touch him. He came out of nowhere and just hit her out of nowhere. I'm sorry, I didn't care. I didn't care at this point. And then after confirming that they was saying the N-word and stuff, whack the bitches some more. Okay, that's just all I'm going to say on it. It was a glorious day. It was a glorious day. And then you get Marlon Wayans. Oh, Lord. You get Marlon Wayans putting up the portion of the video, and it had that Jason Aldean song playing. Talk about some, how come we can't just like fight it with love and all this stuff and not make war or whatever. And I'm sitting here, and the portion of the video that he posted was the part where the black people were going to the boat and beating them up while they was in their little pontoon boats and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here like, just like everybody else, we're getting in an uproar because we're like, what are you trying to say? You basically trying to be like, because what we got from your caption or whatever is that basically we should have just turned the other cheek. We don't need to be out here looking like this and attacking people and all this stuff. It's almost as if you was coming for the black folks and making it seem like it was their fault. And then because you got so much backlash, and you kept that video up, got so much backlash, you want to come out and say, y'all must be dumb to think that I'm out here, turning my back on the black folks, and I'm out here, going in on my people or whatever. Y'all must be fucking stupid. Y'all don't know what sarcasm is. That wasn't no sarcasm. Baby, that's what they always say when they get caught, when they get backlash or whatever, and you brought it upon yourself. You should have put in a parenthesis sarcasm. Because even when I do posts and I want to be sarcastic, even if you know me, some people don't know me that follows me, I have to put in parentheses sarcasm or say just kidding or say joking, so people can know that it's a joke so they won't take it the wrong way, because some people really don't know my humor, right? That would have worked. Or you could have just posted everything from the beginning. That's what you could have did. Okay? Like, y'all went in on that man. I said, I just would never thought. And then y'all was like, I mean, look at who he be getting with. They half the Wayne families is biracial and all that stuff. I was like, damn, so they didn't call strays over Marlon? I said, Ken and Ivory Wayans did used to date. I don't even know. Is he still with old girl from the game? Or did they break up? Who played Kelly Pitts? Because y'all know they used to go together. I don't know if they still together, but they used to go together. But anyway, y'all tell me y'all thoughts about this Alabama Montgomery. My Alabama people, y'all did us proud. And then I seen somebody that said, how come we're celebrating, or why do we get so excited or whatever, or what's this whole thing about, fighting white folks or whatever? And we're like, it's because of the simple fact, nobody's excited about a fight. But in this instance, the reason why us black folks came together as one all over, and we are excited, and not necessarily excited, we are like, it's a sigh of release, like finally we getting some get back. Finally we getting some lick backs, okay? We are oppressed people. We were born oppressed. Slavery. Our ancestors taken advantage of. All right? You literally got... I was thinking about this earlier. I was just thinking about how over in Africa, you dead ass had white folks come and invade a whole continent and bring their racism to it and make apartheid. Just like they made segregation and all that over here in the U.S., in the United States. And I'm just like, wow. And you want to know why? You want to know why we were celebrating that, or why we were okay with what happened? Because finally, the oppressed stood the fuck up. And we're not the ones that's going to get in trouble for it. Well, at least Mr. Chairman. We're not the one, I don't know who he is, but I'm just saying, we're not finna get in trouble for it. Because even white people coming out and saying that they was dead ass wrong. They were dead ass wrong for what they did. You attacked that man, and if we had not came together the way that they came together and helped that man out, he probably would be dead right now. Or he probably would be in a coma right now. On life support some way, somehow, or not even with us. And you got a problem with the fact that we are okay with what went down, that a little bit of homemade justice was served? Are you serious? And this was a black person that said this too. Get out of here. Get out of here. You ain't finna sit here and make me feel bad for that. Somebody said, the memes and stuff, it's getting ridiculous at this point. It was cute when it first happened, but I'm over it, okay? Because the chat memes and stuff and everybody, baby, they made songs. I'm on TikTok, girl. They done turned Lift Every Voice and Sing to Lift Every Voice and Swing. Oh, they are taking church songs and Negro spirituals and changing the words to talk about this thing. Oh my God, I love black people so much. We are so creative. Well, we want to. Well, I'm telling you, we can't take nothing serious sometimes. Like, girl, this is serious. Because it could have, and not a knife, not a gun, not a weapon came out. The only thing that was used as a weapon was their hands and that chef. That was it. Okay, I hope I'm not incriminating him. I don't want to do that. Strike that from the record. Okay? Because I ain't see nothing. In my mind, I did not see that chair hit that white lady on top of her head like that. That bitch said, going. I said, God damn. Her neck went like this. You remember on Death Becomes Me, Death Becomes Her, when she hit on top of her head with that shovel, and she said, I'm not finna talk to you until you get your hair back. Girl, that's how she looked, bitch. That shit was funny. I don't give a fuck when nobody said that shit was funny. They was like, how do these interracial couples deal with this situation like this? What side of the fence are y'all on? I said, you know what, again, we cannot be serious for nothing. Oh, Lord, funny. And, you know, with the funniness, we're going to get a little bit serious. We're going to change gears a little bit. Unfortunately, we got a few deaths that we got to talk about right quick. Sandra Bullock, and I believe this happened on the same day that the whole Montgomery thing happened. Her partner since I think 2015, his name is Brian Randall. Good looking guy from the picture that I saw. And I know they adopted some kids and everything of that such. And yeah, I love me some Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock, Angelina Jolie, Julia Roberts. That was like my top 3 in my top 5 white actresses that I actually do like. For real. Like I would go and support all their stuff for the most part. But yeah, her partner passed away. He was only 57 years old, and he was dealing with ALS. And let me figure out. I want to get the true definition of what that is. You know, it is so crazy how these diseases are coming up. It's a nervous system disease that weakens muscles and impact physical functions. In this disease, nerve cells break down, which reduces functionality in the muscles they supply. And the cause is unknown and it can't be cured. Have you ever just sat and thought about what if and just pray that you don't get something that you can't cure or whatever? Like, how would you function? How would your family function if you got something that was debilitating like that? That scares me so bad. To lose nerve function, to lose muscle function, and that means you probably ain't even going to be able to breathe on your own. You're probably not going to be able to swallow on your own. That's like, I think either Alzheimer's or dementia, whatever. It gets to a point, depending on how severe it gets, that they can forget to breathe. They can forget to swallow. You know what I'm saying? They can choke on themselves or whatever, you know. And all that muscles and stuff just not moving. It reminds me so much, and it makes me sad thinking about the ALS and about the fact that he wasn't even 60 years old. He's still young. He's still young. 57 is still young to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're taking good care of yourself. And mind you, he got diagnosed, I believe, 3 years ago. And that thing just came through and just took over real fast. It reminds me so much of what Celine Dion is going through right about now. And I feel so terrible for her because, first of all, you go from being groomed to being, you know, marrying your groomer, being this big entertainer, and then he passes away from cancer, and then you get this uncurable situation where basically your body is locking up and your body is betraying you. Stiff person syndrome. I think that's what it is that she has. And the last thing I seen and I've read, she's not doing too well. And that makes me so scared, and that makes me so sad for people that have to go through things like that, illnesses that really just debilitate them, and there is no cure. You have to live with that pain, that suffering, and then you gotta, and I know they feel bad because they got the family members that's taking care of them and that's worried about them, and they don't want to put that burden on them. And oh, my heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to Sandra Bullock and her family. You know, condolences. Another one that hit me. You know what? F cancer, because cancer really is the devil, and I just don't understand the purpose. Okay, I feel like cancer come through to just to show us that, baby, you may be living life good, but you know you ain't perfect. Okay, just because you may feel healthy, that don't mean that you really is. I'm like, damn, you could have showed us any type of other way. Because why? Why do you have to give us something that's incurable? And I'm talking about Chicago's own legendary DJ Casper. Cha cha now, y'all. And two hops this time. 1, 2. Baby, when the cha cha slide came through, oh my goodness, I remember when we first heard that shit. WGCI, baby. WGCI. Played that thing, and when I tell you the summer that thing came out, girl, we played it so much, it was at everybody's freaking barbecue, everybody's family reunion, everybody cookout, everywhere, wherever event was going on, they played the cha-cha slide. He gave us a classic. And now he's no longer with us. He passed away earlier this week, 58 years old. He was battling cancer. He'd been battling cancer since 2016. I said, wow, I hope they did him right. Because as much as people play that song, and I hope he really got his money's worth off of that song. May he rest in peace. You gave us really an iconic, legendary song. He really did. A dance and all of that. Ever since then, you know, you got the electric slide, then you get the cha-cha slide, then you get the wobble, then you get something else. Now you got the Tamia slide. Baby, I still ain't learned that. That's a little bit too advanced for me. Okay, and I be so in my feelings. I'm going to tell y'all this again. It is this couple. It's an older white couple on TikTok. You can't tell them nothing. Okay, they look like they a good 65, 70 years old, and they got the Tamia slide down pat. And I'm sitting here looking at them with envy, like, how did y'all asses get this? And I can't double cross my girl. What is going on? I am not coordinated as I thought I was. I said, I am just ashamed. I am ashamed. And then I just love the fact that there are like regional dances that's somewhat like the slides and stuff like that, and these line dances, that's what you call them. I just love it. I ain't finna learn them. I love watching y'all do it, because I just know I got like 2 left feet at this point. That's what the Tamia dance showed me. Also, another death, but y'all remember that little girl, Lil Tay, who used to be flashing, little Asian girl, she used to be flashing all the money around about how she got this and how she got that, and just be talking with the black scene and all that stuff or whatever. And then it came to find out that the mama was using company stuff to make it seem like that they had all that money and had those cars or whatever, and they really won. And then come to find out, like, her childhood and everything, like, she was basically being exploited, she was being abused, she was being used and all of that stuff. She was being made to do all of that. Mind you, I think she was like 9 years old when all this started. Well, she's 14 now, and unfortunately, she's no longer with us. Literally today came out with a statement from the family that said that she passed away, tragically passed away unexpectedly, and that the son that they had also was saying some stuff about early on, he passed away too. And I'm sitting here like, hold up. Now, first you put out there that the little girl passed away. Then the updated report is the boy passed away as well. Now, I don't know if the boy passed away like prior to her or around at the same time. We don't know what's going on. And I'm just going to say, given that family history and the way that they exploited her and all of the stuff that she was going through afterwards that truly got exposed, I'm suspicious. And I really do. I know that they said they're investigating, because both deaths, like, out of nowhere. I'm very much suspicious right now. One thing I do not like, and I do have a tough time with, is child stars, like people putting their kids into the spotlight, or because sometimes you gotta think, Are these kids really wanting to do this, or is it something that their parents are forcing them to do so that they can make money for their family? Not for them, but for the family, meaning the mom and the daddy. You know what I'm saying? And 9 out of 10, it's the latter and not the former, you know? And I just feel, and we've seen that. We've seen these kids go through the mess that they go through and their lives get turned upside down. And that's why I have a hard time with the whole child star situation. Like, I love seeing kids out here, you know, expressing themselves and, you know, getting on and doing their big things and all that, especially if they enjoy doing it. But I also be concerned. I be concerned so much. Like that little girl, what's her name? She got big on TikTok and she do the little rap stuff. Yeah. And then all of a sudden she's on Cameo. She's on this, she's on that. It was cute at first, but now it's like a little concerning because, you know, and people get upset when you start seeing things like that, but you have to think about that. Because at this point, it's not just because she wants to do it, it's because the parents are making her do it because they see the opportunities that's coming in for her and mostly the family that they can benefit from. So let's keep this train going. And I caution it, you know. And I ain't even gonna lie, I've thought about that. Like when you talk about, you see Beyonce on tour, you got Blue Ivy popping up here and there, and I don't think she's forcing a girl to do that, and especially that's why she don't comes out on every thing. But if you knew how that little girl grew up and she was always in a mama rehearsal, so you understood. But at the same time, I'm glad, it seems like to me in my eyes, that she's not being forced to do it, and that, you know, she gets to take the days off that she want to take the days off or whatever, and it's just a fun thing for her. Because I feel some type of way if I found out that it was different. What you're not gonna do is try to take advantage. But yeah, that's a little suspicious. That ain't no little suspicious. That's a lot of suspicious. Okay. Moving on from that. Now let's just get into some stuff. For real, for real. First of all, congratulations to Ciara and Russell Wilson. Okay, let me tell you, I just, please, just break it down to me. Why are people so mad? Why do people not like Russell Wilson? And I know the certain sect of people that don't like him because of a certain person, but what is so bad about Russell Wilson? When I look at Russell Wilson, yes, you could probably say that Russell Wilson is corny, okay? And, you know, and when I say corny, he just gives me the vibe like he says corny jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that corny joke, dad joke type of person, you know? But you could just tell that the kids love him. Ciara loves him. He is not controlling from what we can see on the outside. Okay. She gets to do what she wants. He don't berate her in public. If they arguing, they don't bring it onto social media. You know, they keep everything behind closed doors. They do let us see what they want us to see, but at the same time, what they're showing us, he seems like a pretty good guy. She seems like she's in love and everything. I just don't understand why they hate him so bad. And I know part of it is the Future thing, but for those that ain't got no reason, don't even follow Future, don't care about him, and you still don't like him, what is the point? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. But Ciara is the happiest I've ever seen her. Truly. This relationship, this marriage that she's in, she's the happiest I've ever seen her since she first got onto the scene. All right. And I love that for her. I love the fact that she is basking in the glow of the fact that she can do whatever she wants. She can pop out a baby. She can put out a single and then pop out a baby the next day. And like it ain't nothing, and still go about life looking beautiful, you know? So I don't know, like, congratulations to Ciara. I ain't got no problems with her. I hope her and Russell stay together forever, and if they want to continue to have kids, baby, he can afford it. He gonna love them to death, because I mean, look how he taking care of that other man's. Did you see that headline where they was like, congratulations to Ciara and Russell, they're having baby number 4? I said, excuse me, they're having baby number 3. I said, child, I know everybody keep on saying Future about to put out a bomb ass album. Y'all know I ain't never listened to a Future album. Never. Is it worth it? Y'all put it in the comments. Is it worth it for me to check out a Future album, his catalog. I feel like I should do a segment because I'm already doing the movie segments, and I need y'all to put some suggestions on my community wall post when I post it, probably later on this week. Some because I want to do, like I said, I want to do some corny white movies or whatever that y'all probably didn't watch and you probably think that I've never watched or whatever, so I can get my genuine reaction. And I also want to do some Tubi movies as well because Lord knows I done seen something on Twitter. That Claudia Jordan movie, what the freak name is that? Please find the name for me so I can watch that. Somebody posted the clip and she basically took out the dude, his girl, and I guess he was supposed to be waiting for her once she got out of jail, but he had moved on, and then they had a baby with the other girl. And not only that, you took the daddy and you took the mama out. The baby or the child just like, I'm just a child. And she took the child out too. And then kicked the baby. I said, oh my God, what is oh my God, what is this? What is this? But I also want to do something. I might want to add another segment if it's not too much for me. I got to figure it out. Listen to music that y'all suggest. And I got to prepare myself mentally because some of y'all be listening to stuff and I be sitting here like, girl, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. But all right. I feel like, yeah, we should do that. We should do that. Let me get into something right quick. Jennifer Aniston, you need your butt whooped. Okay, I ain't even gonna say that. You need a good cussing out. You need a good cussing out because what you did was just really irresponsible and really just dangerous a little bit, because how dare you try to take a post that Jamie Foxx put up a post. I don't even know if it was a meme at first, and then he had put a caption down there and he put the hashtag fake love, fake friends, fake love, all of that stuff, right? And he's in the post that he actually posted, it said they killed this dude named Jesus and something. And so at one point, I think Jennifer Aniston had liked it. And then she comes through and I think she put it on her Instagram story talking about something. I apologize to my friends. You know, I would never support something like this. It's anti-Semitic and all this, so woo, woo, woo. And I'm sorry to the people that this has hurt. And I said, excuse me, what happened? Now, see, when I came in at the tail end of the controversy, because I saw when he posted it, because the Shade Room had reposted it, and they were just like, oh, you know, he talking about fake friends or whatever. It was like a daily message, because, you know, if you're on the Shade Room, they do like a daily message in the morning, early in the morning. And so I was like, okay, fine, you just got to skip those. But it really wasn't nothing. It really wasn't nothing. At least I thought. At least I thought. Next thing you know, I'll get on Twitter and people standing up for Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx is putting out a statement trying to clarify what he meant about in his post, and, you know, saying that he was talking about a friend that did some fake stuff to him, whatever, while he was sick and all this stuff, and they're no longer friends with him. I said, wait a minute, let me backtrack. Girl, when I found out that Jennifer Aniston started this whole thing, I said, are you serious? Whoever got up into her ear to tell her that when he said the phrase, they killed a dude named Jesus, was meaning that he was referring to Jews, and so therefore he's trying to be anti-Semitic, you got the niggas mixed up. That is Jamie Foxx and not Kanye West, okay? I'm sorry I had to put it out there like that, but that's just what it was. Did you get your blacks mixed up? Because I was a little confused. Mind you, this is a person that you work with. You work with him, you know him, and you really gonna put that out there like that instead of just, even if you did not understand, how come you couldn't pick up the phone and call him instead of putting that shit on blast like that, causing all this turmoil? This is what happened when certain groups of people jump into other groups of people business, and then they try to make it seem like something is terribly wrong and they misinterpret things. And it ain't even, and you know what? As I sat and I thought about this whole thing, because people were saying, you know, you need to stay out of black people business. This is what happened when, you know, certain people don't understand the way that black people talk and the way that we communicate amongst each other and the sayings that we have, and it's not saying and what it refers to. When you hear the phrase, well, they killed Jesus, or what is it? They crucify, are you gonna crucify me like they crucified Jesus? 9 out of 10, when we, especially black folks, are saying that, I'm not talking about Jewish people. Hell, we're not even talking about the Romans. Okay? 9 out of 10, especially in that instant, what he was talking about fucking Judas, the disciple, bitch. That's what we're talking about. Somebody that actually betrayed him and turned him in. That's what it is. That's what it is, bitch. I'm sitting here like, what? What? Where's the anti-Semitism? Okay, and the fact that your mind instantly jumped to that, it goes to show that you are not culturally aware of other people's cultures. And it ain't even got nothing, and as I was trying to say, it don't even have nothing to do with it just being black culture. Because I have seen and heard people, white, black, Asians, Latinos, Hispanic, many people has said that phrase different ways that meant the same thing, that somebody in their midst has betrayed them. It was not put, and it's never been to say, talking about Jewish people to be anti-Semitic, because we done seen it on TV shows, we done heard it on movies, okay? And ain't none of them movies been canceled, ain't none of them TV shows been canceled, and we know that we living up in these this highly sensitive area situation that we are now today. And ain't none of that stuff has been canceled or whatever. Black people ain't the only ones that say that. But then when a black person do say it, all of a sudden it is a bad thing and you want to make it seem as if he's being anti-Semitic. This man literally was on the brink of death. Came back, trying to get back into the scene, and you want to take him out the game and try to get him canceled over something that you misunderstood? Because you put your nose into it and you wanted to find the issue but there was none? I said, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. And Jennifer Aniston has yet to come out and say anything about it and be like, my bad. Girl, we can't even get in my bad. Child, I cannot. Will Smith, what is going on in Hollywood? Okay, because I just can't. Will Smith up here on the Kevin Hart's show, okay, on Peacock. I'm going to have to check it out. I think it's called Reality Check or something like that. Either way, he was talking about the role that he did for Emancipation. Didn't see it, never was going to see it, okay? I remember when they had announced that was coming, and then when I found out, first of all, the fact that the name was called Emancipation, I was already on edge. I said, excuse me, what? Please don't let this be another slave movie. And then when we found out that it was a slave movie, and then that y'all was going to release it on Christmas, girl, we don't want to be depressed on Christmas. Christmas is for good cheers, okay? We don't want to see nobody getting their ass whooped on Christmas like that in chains and bondage. No, okay? I said, And then the whole Oscar debacle came through, and I was like, girl, we definitely not going to watch that. No shade, I never was going to watch it, and I haven't. I just don't have it in me to watch any more of these, like, heavy slave shit. Like, come on. It's enough. I'm sorry. It's just enough. I don't have time to be depressed. Okay, I just got out of depression. I don't need to go back there. I really don't. And he said, listen, girl, I think I went a little bit too far. And I was like, girl, what you talking about? He was like, listen, sis, I got up on that set, and I said I wanted to experience, put the chains on me, wrap me up, chain me up, put the cuffs on me and everything. Like, I just want to feel the degradation. I said, excuse me. You trying to channel the ancestors by you want to put the real chains on? Yeah. And I was just in it. I couldn't break the character. And I said, why do y'all do it? I understand being a method actor. And you just trying to get into character. And you're trying to, convey that because you want that art to be felt by the public. And you want the people to get it. But baby, I ain't finna go through all that. That's a little bit too deep. We have seen too many examples of people getting too deep into their roles to the point that it affects them. I will never forget when Angelina Jolie did Girl Interrupted, and she was talking about how that, because if y'all ever seen Girl Interrupted, I always looked at that movie and I said, now, Angie, was something going on with you? Because you played that a little bit too well, like you wasn't acting. Oh no, she was acting, but she was deep into that role, like to the point where she became the character for real, even when it wasn't even filming. We saw the whole thing with Heath Ledger when he was doing Joker on The Dark Knight, and we saw how that role consumed him. Different other roles where people have basically been consumed by recently. reason which I felt was kind of dumb. Because I said, baby, it didn't involve, it didn't do, you ain't have to do all that. Damson Idris, Franklin Saint, when he said he was communing the devil and he was having nightmares and he had to have his mama come pray for a girl and get nominated for nothing. You did all that. You was up here having talks with the devil and all that stuff, and you was inviting all of that mess up into your house, into your brain, into your focal. Girl, black people, we don't play. Girl, what the fuck? For some reason, I'm not even gonna tell y'all what I'm watching. I'm not really watching, but what I just saw was just disgusting. But anyway, I got a piece of hemp in my mouth. Y'all taking it a little bit too far. It's just too far. And Hollywood scares me because they just goes off the deep end. And I said, now, Will, you did all of this for what? I don't even know if people actually watched it. You was trying to get updated for another actor, Oscar. I don't know. Anyway, update on the Lizzo case, okay? Baby, Lizzo came out with a statement, and she basically was like, girl, these bitches lying. That's just what it is. I said, all right. She said, girl, they trying to make me the villain. And I said, you know what? Heavy is the head that wears the crown, you know. More power, more money, more power, you know what I'm saying? More money, more power, more money, more troubles. There it is, you know what I'm saying? That's just what's going on. And I was just like, girl, I don't know. The statement, it was something that I feel like she shouldn't have put out just yet. See, this is the thing. I can never get into PR, like for real, because I just wouldn't know how to handle certain situations, because there are certain situations where you're damned if you do say something and you're damned if you don't. So it's like, which way should we do? Should we say something or should we just be quiet and let it play out? And I feel like this could be that type of situation as well, because no matter what she put out, people still gonna believe who they're gonna believe, even if because nobody has put out proof. Ooh, excuse me. All of this is hearsay. This is, and then this is what people are saying from word of mouth from their personal experiences. And we're not trying to downplay people's experiences, but it's just hard for some people to wrap their minds around the fact that somebody who is building their career off of this body positivity is literally out here weight shaming somebody, or being extra sexual, or having racial discriminations on their sex and all of this stuff or whatever. And then you got multiple people and just being a nasty person, having a toxic work environment, firing people because they're overweight. Girl, they said 6 more people that came out, and the people that was working, the lawyer that's working with the 3 girls, the original girls, he looking into their cases and stuff to try to see if they got something, weeding the stuff out or whatever. Some girl said that she got fired because she gained a little weight on the set of the Big Girls, reality show, whatever. I was like, oh my God. She said that, Liz. I was like, people do get fired if they gain weight. That's just how it goes. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't know why I laugh, but because it's just like the ironicalness. That ain't no word, but I just made it one. The ironicalness of a fellow big person telling another big person they too fat. They too fat to work with. Like, bitch, you too fat to be working with me or whatever. I don't it just seems so. And then firing them because of that, like, but when your whole brand, it just, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I ain't even bothered, girl. Let me be honest. I ain't bothered to listen to them girls. And and it's not because I don't believe them. I just stopped being interested. Because if y'all not gonna come out with some stuff, like, I need video at this point. I need some audio. And I'm not trying to say that they did do it, because there's a lot of people, or that they didn't experience that. I'm not saying that. That's what's gonna gag me when I actually hear the audio, and I be like, ooh, bitch, Lizzo, you did that shit. Because right about now, I'm not saying I'm with this person. I'm not. I'm just saying, wow, this is all still mind blowing to me. Because of all people, I just never would have thought I just never would have thought. Baby, what is it with our big girls that are just giving us pause right about now? First, we had that situation with Chica. Oh, listen, I am watching on Netflix. It's that 4-part. I'm on episode 3 too. Docu-series about the women in hip hop is new. And I was just going through it. They were showing us all the people that was going to go. I know MC Light was on there, the Brad, Queen Latifah, Shy Rock, Roxanne Shantae Roxanne, Rod Digger. Girl, it's a whole bunch of people on there, right? And then I see Chica. I said, oh my God. It be so funny because I be tweeting stuff, right? And then Chica would be just randomly covering my tweets right after that whole situation with the plane and all of that stuff and the kids that she been cussed out. She has liked some of my tweets, so maybe she ain't get them other tweets that I said, girl, you was dead ass wrong. You ain't like that. You ain't like that. But she was on there. I said, oh, so y'all must have filmed this before, because, that's interesting. That is very, very interesting. We gotta get it together. We gotta stop being mean to people. We really do. Like, you know what be bothering me sometimes when I be on Twitter or social media or whatever? I tweet something or I say something and it ain't even nothing shady or nothing, whatever. I just be asking questions. I just be randomly talking because I really use my social media as like, just whatever thoughts pop up into my head. I just start talking. So it don't even be, it's not a formula or whatever, girl, whatever I be thinking about it, just start tweeting about it if I want to. But you put something out and then somebody will try to say something in response and they're trying to make a joke or they're trying to be shady in the joke or whatever, especially if it's something funny already. And I'm like, you don't got to be shady all the time. And half the time when you be trying so hard to be funny with your response back, it don't even be funny. And I be sitting there looking at it like, and I be thinking to myself, should I respond and say, girl, what? Or nigga, what? And I be like, Ashley, no, don't do that. Because then they going to be like, Ashley, you being mean, you being rude. Because, that's the same thing they always say when you respond back. You ain't got to be rude. Girl, what am I being rude for it? Like, y'all so I'm like, you ain't got to be shady and you ain't got to be all that all the time. Like, come on, let's just have a fun time. Like, don't throw it off. Don't throw it off. And if you're going to be a little shady, make sure the shade is funny, all right? Make sure it is funny, okay? Don't have me sitting here having to decipher. What are you talking about? Because some of y'all do that. I ain't putting y'all on blast because I don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter. But, baby, some of y'all be doing that, and I really be looking like this. I really be trying to, let me get a thesaurus out. Let me get a word search book out so I could decipher the code because I don't understand it. I don't understand sometimes. But, hey, it is what it is. Billy Porter. Billy Porter up in his feelings because he is mad about this writer's strike. He is mad about this TV strike. He is mad about the actor strikes, baby. Because, remember when that man said, baby, the secret person, the anonymous person, executive producer, whoever, said basically we're just going to let them ride this thing out until they go broke. And they're going to have to sell their apartments and stuff like that. So I guess Mr. Billy Porter is right about that. He talking about he pissed. He pissed as shit. Because now he got to sell his home or whatever. Mind you, he over there in London. Mind you, he already going through a divorce. So I'm sitting here like, he got, and I understand people losing their houses, and to hear dudes talking about, having a living wage is not unrealistic. It's not realistic while he's sitting up there making $78,000 a day. Understandable. Meanwhile, you got people that are still working, trying to get to a point where they don't have to worry about money. They don't have to worry about where their next paycheck gonna come from. And you still got actors that's literally living paycheck to paycheck just like us. And he said that he one of those people, okay? And, he had a couple of movies and a couple of TV shows that he was either supposed to be on. Either they got canceled or they got stalled because of this whole striking that's happened or whatever. And, yes, this is a serious situation because I'm pretty sure a lot of people that are going through the same thing right about now, losing their homes or having to sell their homes and downgrade or downsize, I should say, just to live a little bit comfortably in this, to adjust to what's going on because they're not making money right now because they're on strike. But at the same time, it is Billy Porter. I don't know what it is. Ever since Billy Porter, I loved him on Pose for the most part. But I think it was when he won that Emmy Award or whatever, and he was talking about the trans women or the trans people, and the response that he gave was like, whatever. I just really didn't see it for him at that moment. Like, he started to annoy me then, okay? I'm not saying I don't like him. He just annoys me sometimes. And I just feel like a lot of the things that he does is very performative. And I feel like he's probably doing it because early on in his career, he had to be in the closet. And he couldn't be as flamboyant as he wants to be. So now he's like overdoing it at his age where we can just be out and be ourselves. But, you know, he's over there in London, and he over here talking about how he had to sell. If he was over here, he'd be out there striking too. Well, bring your ass. Why are you over there in London? What's going on in London? Because you ain't working, right? What's going on? And my whole thing is, are you sure that you losing your house or you have to sell your house because of the writer's strike or the fact that you are going through a divorce? That's all I'm going to say. And my thing also is this. This goes to show that a lot of, once again, another example of you cannot believe what you see. You see these artists, you see these entertainers, you see these actors and actresses or sports stars or whatever. They're coming out and they're wearing all these fancy clothes and the jewelries and the cars and stuff and the big houses. Baby, all of it is a front for some of them. For a lot of them, okay? Either they leasing it for the day or they renting it for the day for that photo shoot or whatever, or somebody then gave it to them and they got to give it back. That's just what it is, and they living beyond their means to make it have an image, okay? And come to find out they struggling just like us. Girl. And I'm sitting here like, y'all don't believe in savings? Nah. I have questions. But anyway, Jay-Z's Made in America festival that always happens up in Philly, it got canceled. They didn't say why. They just said due to unforeseen severe circumstances. Now they said Lizzo was supposed to, you know, be the headliner as well as SZA, okay? And then all of a sudden this whole stuff came out about Lizzo, and they like, is that, people speculate if that had something to do with it. I honestly don't feel like that had anything to do with it. Because if that's the case, they could have just dropped Lizzo and got somebody else. That's what they did in Coachella. You know, when Frank Ocean dropped out that second weekend, they just got somebody else. When Kanye West dropped out, they got somebody else. They didn't cancel the whole thing. So it has something else to do. I don't know what the severe circumstances are, but there is no Made in America this year. Truth be told, I feel like that's a good thing, because you ain't going to, like, it's probably going to be burning up out there. And you don't want nobody to have a heat stroke, okay? You don't want nobody to have a heat stroke. Raven-Symoné, she opened up on her podcast with her wife and was talking about how, you know, when she was growing up and she was a child star, she was overly developed. And basically before she even turned 18, she had 2 breast reductions. I think she said that her father had suggested that she get a breast reduction. She also said that she wanted to get liposuction, and mostly because she just wanted people to stop calling her fat. And this just goes again when I was talking about the child star situations and stuff. Like, these child stars go through so much. I would not want to put that on my kid. I don't want them to go through that. I'm just not that type of person, because I swear, you say something about one of mine and I'm going all the way off, okay? I'm finna find where you live at. That's just what it is. You make my baby cry, I am finna find where you live at, and we finna have a talk face to face, okay? I don't care if I gotta book a flight myself, all right? Because this is just not gonna happen. And to have these kids, the pressure that these kids are under, and then, like, I was looking at, I don't know if y'all watch this, it's on Vice TV. It's the Vice channel. and it's called The Dark Sides of the 2000s. They also have a series called The Dark Side of the 90s. It's on Hulu if you want to watch that one. It's really, really good. Like, it has so many stuff. It was like going down memory lane. I said, bitch, I remember when that happened. But The Dark Side of the 2000s, it's been like 4 episodes. They did an episode on John and Kate plus 8. I had no idea all of that stuff was going on. I knew Kate was a bitch just from looking at her haircut, and I ain't never watched the whole episode of them, but I done seen clips, and I seen how she acts and how she talked down to that man. She gave Karen vibe before we even knew what a Karen was, okay? That's just what that was. And what she did to her son, okay, bitch. And they did one on the Lindsay Lohan, and then they also did one on how the paparazzi and the blogs used to be back in the day. Like, they used to be completely nasty. We see what's going on now in the blogs. Oh, picture that 10 times worse. You know, and we get people that don't like people talking about people's bodies, you know, and body shaming and weight shaming and all that stuff. Back in the day, girl, early 2000s, they didn't care. They made sure to piss these entertainers off just so they can get a shot. They talk so much mess about them, you know, calling their bodies this and just, oh, it was nasty. It was nasty. And then I started thinking about like Lindsay Lohan and the way that they treated her and Britney Spears and them, like they grew up in this stuff. And to see how these Disney kids fared through that, and a lot of them just went the other direction because of like having mental issues and all this stuff, and it's just really crazy. And then you thinking that you got one that kind of didn't fall for all of that, and that was Raven-Symoné, and kind of find out she fell to the pressure a little bit because, you know, she is human. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they were probably making fun of her weight, because when we saw the second, was it the second or third? What Cheetah Girls when they was in Barcelona? When they was in Spain and she had gained a little weight, I ain't minding. I ain't care, because girl, you look like me. Okay, that's how I was here for it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they did say something about her weight or whatever. And so that makes growing up, you already a kid and you're going through puberty, and then have to do that in the public eye. And then you have people commenting on you and you're still a kid. They're commenting on your body as if you are an adult and you are literally still a kid, still developing. And so that is going to make you self-conscious. And then, you know, she got the breast reduction. She was getting a lipo or whatever just because she's trying to fit a mold just to be comfortable so people won't be saying mess about her. And then at one point she said she had a seizure right after one of the procedures. I said, oh my God. I just, you think about all these stories that these people be saying about their experiences in the spot. Is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it. But I'm glad she was able to open up about that. YK Osiris out here stealing watches, giving out fake checks and stuff. Seth Grossman, he is a designer jeweler, and one of his clients is Sean Kingston. And I said, you know what? Stop you right there. If Sean Kingston is one of your clients, you should already be used to this, okay? Because Sean Kingston, y'all remember it was a time where every time we heard about Sean Kingston in the freaking blogs or whatever, it's because he either couldn't pay off a car, or he didn't pay off on the jewelry, or he bounced this and bounced that, and that's just what it was. Same thing with YK Cyrus. Basically said that he was supposed to wire $20,000 to a jeweler for a watch, and he wound up not doing it. And the whole time, I just be wanting to understand, where did this little boy come from? I don't know how old he is, and he probably a grown man, but he just looked like he forever 15 years old to me. Like, he literally looked like he's still growing and going through puberty. But my whole thing is, how did he become as famous? I don't even think he's famous, but people know him. Like, how did he become on the radar? What did he do? I mean, I know he in music some way, somehow, but I don't hear nobody say, yo, you played that YK Osiris, put that YK Osiris on. Girl, what? You sound dumb. I'm sorry. But yeah. Oh, did the TV just come out? Oh, I But yeah, that's that. Moving on from that, Wayne Brady wants y'all to know that he pansexual and he okay with saying that. Congratulations, sir. We knew. And if y'all know pansexual, let me look up the definition of pansexual because I want to get it correct. I know somebody gonna be like, so what's the difference between pansexual and bisexual? Pansexual. Because my sister said she pansexual. I said, all right. Sexually or romantically attracted to people regardless of their sex or gender. So that's like I guess like bisexual means basically you're with, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, bisexual means you like both genders. The gender of whether it's a guy or a girl, a woman. But pansexual means that you can like a woman, a guy, a trans woman, a trans man, and every gender under the rainbow. So, okay. I gotta talk to my sister about some things too. Since, all right, Miss Girl, come tell me some stuff, okay? Like, I really just want to do it up when I go down there to Houston, y'all. I'm gonna have to take a picture of my sister because my sister had showed me what she gonna be wearing down there to Houston to the little concert or whatever. I said, now, bitch, what, girl? Who are you down there trying to snag? Okay, I ain't never seen my sister dress nothing like this. I said, all right, you are really coming into your own, and I am loving it, baby. I said, the arms out, the chi-chis up, and everything. What is going on? Girl, I said, all right. But moving on from there, Wayne Brady, we already knew. But congratulations to you, boo-boo. Be who you are for your pride. All right, that's what we want to tell you, Mr. Blaine. Barbie. Did y'all go see the movie Barbie? I haven't seen it yet, and I don't even know if I really want to see it. I probably wait till it come out on DVD or streaming, I should say. But they said it made over $1 billion in the past 3 weeks. Congratulations, because I know the director's a woman, right? So congratulations to that. Issa Rae's in there, so congratulations. What else I got to say? Do I got something else to say, y'all? Congratulations to Simone Biles. Simone Biles is Bizak, okay? They had a little competition out here in Hoffman Estates, Illinois. It was the Core Hydration Classic. And basically she won first place in like 3 other competitions out of 4. So she was first place overall. Mama is back and the game is in trouble, okay? Y'all got to step y'all's games up now because Mama is busy. Jocelyn Hernandez had got charged with a couple of more felonies for attacking the police officers the way that she did when they was trying to arrest her. They really weren't even trying to arrest her. They were trying to talk to her about that fight with Big Lex. Yeah, so there's that. Lock that bitch up. I hate when people, I really do hate when people that I somewhat liked or gave a chance disappoint me so bad. But at the same time, let me stop playing. Because it's not like I had high hopes for anything for Jocelyn, truth be told. Like, it's Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess. She don't know how to act, so there's that. But it is what it is. You guys, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. I don't know how it been out there for y'all, but over here it's been kind of dingy and gloomy. And I'm like, is it gonna rain? Is it gonna rain? Like, I don't know. And it's been like that for all week. Hopefully we get some real sun up in here. But I hope that y'all are doing well and y'all have a blessed week. Let me just say this. Y'all be respectful in the comments. Y'all don't need to argue with each other about the Megan and Tory. I know that's still a hot button situation. I know it's going to be some people that's going to be mad at her, that's going to be okay with this, and that's going to be that. You put your opinion down, but you don't have to be disrespectful when going at each other because, like I said also, it's not affecting any of our lives. And what is done is done. And it is what it is, you know? But, you guys, I will see you later. I feel like saying something else, but I'm going to cut this off before I reveal something. But I'm going to let y'all go, okay? I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.